Om Om Bhum Bhuvasvah Tasya Viturvarenam Bhargoho Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrutyo Mokshi Amamrutat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Srimad Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to live peaceful and happy life. So for that purpose, there are 700 verses given in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Out of that, I have selected the 20 verse, and that 20 verse has been distributed in 4 parts. To remember all the 4 parts, I will use the words of Atma. A-T-M-A. A for acceptance, T for things for others, M for meditation, A for attitude. So we will see one by one. Now first we will start A for acceptance. Acceptance means any situation which is coming in our life that we have to accept. In the same way, if the person who they are, that also we have to accept, because they are having their own sanskar according to they are doing the job. So we should not criticize to anybody. And the situation is automatically coming, so that situation also we have to accept. Now I am starting the A for acceptance. First I will take the chapter 13, verse 20. Karya karana kartutve hetu prakriti ruchyate purusha sukha dukkhanam bhokrute hetu ruchyate. Prakriti is said to be the cause of origin of karya and karana. Purusha is said to be the root cause of witnessing joy and sorrow. See, the God has made the Prakriti, and He has given us a free hand that we can change our thoughts, we can do the good karma accordingly. Purusha is said to be the root cause of witnessing joy and sorrow. The joy and sorrow, that is in our hand. Now, to clear this point, I will explain in some details. We are having the 2 bodies. One is known as a Sthul Sharir, that is known as a gross body. One is a Shukshma Sharir, that is known as a subtle body. In gross body also, that is a physical body, and a subtle body is the emotion and all these things, that is a subtle body. Now, in the gross body, we have seen that there are so many persons who are taking the sweet food, even though they are not having the diabetes. And the person who are controlling the sweet food, even though they are having the diabetes. That we have observed in the gross body. In the subtle body also, we have seen there are so many people, we are doing the good karma, but they are getting the bad situation. And the certain people are doing the bad karma, they are getting the good situation. That means there is no direct relation with the food and disease, same way karma and situation. So the disease and situation that can be controlled by ourselves, but that you have to remember, if you are controlling the sweet food, definitely there will be the effect on the diabetes. How much that will affect, that we don't know, but that will be definitely it will be effect on the diabetes disease. Same type, if you are doing the good karma, so that definitely that will affect on the situation. How much it will affect, that we don't know, but that is effect of the situation. The logic for both the bodies is same. Now I am going to the next chapter, chapter 7, verse 12. Echeva satvika bhava rajasasta mashashraye matta eveti tan viddhina toham teshu te mai. Know that all the qualities of sattva, rajas and tamas are evolved from me alone, but I am not in them, yet they are in me. Or say, all the quality of 3 types of qualities are given to the man, sattva, rajas and tamas, and I am not in them, yet they are in me. To explain this, I will give one example. See, in Mahabharata time, Duryodhana has invited Yudhishthir for the gambling game. So at the time of the gambling game, Duryodhana told to the Yudhishthira that from myself, the Shakuni will take the decision. At that time, Yudhishthira can also say that from myself, Krishna will take a decision. But Yudhishthira thought that I don't want to involve Krishna in this game. He should not know that I am playing the gambling game. So he has not involved the Krishna. And as a result, we have seen the results. What happened? In the same way, God say, I am not in them, but I am there in me. Say at the time of Draupadi Chirana, Draupadi remembered the Krishna. Krishna has provided the continuous growth. So that means that say I am not in them, yet they are in me. Same way, if you see the example of the Krishna and Sudama. Krishna was very rich, Sudama was very, very poor. When Sudama came to the Krishna to meet him, he has not demanded anything from Krishna. So, throughout the life, he has done a very good karma. Accordingly, the Krishna had made him the rich. So this chapter indicates that I am not in them, it is on your hand. You can think about it, you can do the karma according to your wish. Now I am going to the next chapter. Chapter 3, verse 5. Nahi kakshikshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krit karyateya vasha karma sarva prakriti jay gune. Indeed, no one can remain inactive even for a moment, because everyone is helplessly forced to perform the action by the nature-born quality. So everybody is doing the work according to their karma. So I will give an example. Ki Pramukh Swami Maharaj has invited the Bill Clinton, when the Bill Clinton was the president of USA, to see the Akshardham at Delhi. After visiting the Akshardham, Pramukh Swami Maharaj has asked the question to the Bill Clinton that what you are thinking about the life. At that time, Bill Clinton replied, okay, there is no difference me and this poor man who is cleaning the floor. See, the God has made me a president of USA, so I have to do my job, while this poor man is doing their job. So everybody has to do the karma as given by the Prakriti. So this type of a thoughts is very important. Now I am going to the chapter 3, verse 7. Yastitvanindriyani manasa niyamyarabhate arjuna karmendriye karma yoga masaka savishishyate. Arjuna, the one who controls his sense by the mind and begins to practice karma yoga by using his sense without any attachment, that person excels. So which type of thoughts we have to create? To understand this, I will give the 3 examples. One is, I said, at the time of the British rule, Lal Bahadur Shastri was working in the office. His wife was very sick, so he has to take a leave. He asked the office people, I want 10 days leave. Said the manager replied that there are so many work is pending, so difficult to give the leave, but even though the leave has been sanctioned. Say, but when the Lal Bahadur Shastri had gone to the home, in the second day, his wife has been expired. So, he has come to the office, and office people told you have taken a leave for 10 days, and again, immediately, why you have come? Then Lal Bahadur Shastri replied, say, I have taken a leave to serve my wife, but I could not utilize a leave. So I feel that I should not waste the time, I should do the office work, because in our office there are so many work is pending. So that is my job. So accordingly he has attended the office. In the same way, Abdul Kalam, when he was the president of India, he has invited 53 people to see the Delhi. And the total cost was 3,14,924. He has spent all his money from his account. He has not taken a single money from government. In the same Abraham Lincoln, when the Abraham Lincoln was working in the store at the night, while calculating the account, he has observed that one of the person has given them more money. He has returned that money to that person. So these type of the thoughts that we have to create. Now I am going to the chapter 4, verse 7. Yada yada hi dharmasya gnani bhavati bharata apyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam sujamyam. O Bharata, wherever there is a decline of dharma and rise of a dharma, I incarnate myself. So God said, I have to take the birth if there is rise of adharma. Say, God has given a complete freedom to the person. Accordingly, he can do good or bad karma. God is not creating any problem. But if they are doing very bad karma, there is a rise of adharma, at that time also, the God has to take a birth. God cannot control that person because that thing is given to the person. Now here, I am completing the A for acceptance chapter. Now I am going to second point, T and things for others. Say, whenever you are doing any job, you should think about the other person also. Okay, what will be the effect on other person? So that now let us start the chapter 2. Chapter 6. Now I start chapter 6, verse 32. Atmopampen sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukham sayogi paramo mata. O Arjuna, the one who seeks joy and sorrow as the same in all beings, after knowing that the self alone is present everywhere, that yogi is regarded as the highest. Say, then you see the joy and sorrow as the same in all beings. Say, whenever, if you are doing any job and you effect to anybody, that thoughts, when the thoughts is coming in your mind, that is very important. I will give one example. Okay, when the Ram was in Ayodhya, see, Ram has taken a birth as a man. He was not knowing that he is a god. Krishna was knowing that he is God, but Ram was not knowing he is a god. So Yam Raja, at the last time, Yam Raja has to come to the meet to Ram in the sadhu dress and told to the Lakshman, I want to meet to Ram. Lakshman told to the Ram that one sadhu Mahatma, he has come and he want to talk to you. So then, okay Ram, you allow me, and he has come. That sadhu Mahatma told to the Ram, I want to talk to you, but I cannot say in presence of the Lakshmana. You have to keep the Lakshman out of the room. Ram said, Lakshman is my brother. There is no any secret thing which Lakshman cannot know. But even though the sadhu Mahatma say, okay, Lakshman should not be present, I want to tell you something. Ram said, okay, Lakshman will stand outside of the room. Then this sadhu Mahatma has taken a roop of Yam Raja. He told to the Ram, okay, you are the Vishnu avatar, and now the time has been over. Now you have to go to your dham as a Vishnu. In the meantime, Durvasa Muni has come. He told to Lakshman, I want to meet to the Ram. Lakshman told, one sadhu Mahatma has come. So he told me, okay, you just wait for some time. And Sadhu Durvasa was become very angry. And everybody knows, if he become angry, then it is very difficult to control him. Durvasa told, if you do not allow me to go to meet the Ram, I will craze the Ayodhya people and they will become unhappy. Lakshman thought, see, due to the myself, the Ayodhya people should not become unhappy. And so he has allowed to the Durvasa to go on him. Durvasa sees the Yam Raja. So immediately Yam Raja told to the Ram, okay, we have decided not to allow to anybody, then why you have allowed? Ram has called the Lakshmana and Lakshman told the story. After that, Yam Raja told to the Ram that now you have to take the strict action on Lakshmana. So because that cannot be allowed, then Ram told to the Lakshmana, Lakshman, now your time is also over, my time is also over. You have come as a Sheshna avatar. Now we both have to go to our dham through Saryu Kinar. So I am going, you also come with me. The moral of the story is that, see, when the Durvasa Muni told to the Lakshman, if you not allow me to go meet the Ram, I will give the craze to the Ayodhya people, they will become unhappy. Due to these things, the Lakshman has allowed. Lakshman thoughts, due to the myself, the people should not become unhappy. So this type of thought is also very important. Now I am going to the chapter 5. verse 7. Yoga yukro vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriya sarvabhutatma bhutatma kurvannapi na lipyate. The karma yogi whose mind is pure, who has conquered the sense and who realizes his self as the self in all being, he is unaffected even while performing the action. He said this type of the thoughts should come in. Then only that is not effective on karma. I will give you an example. Okay, when the National Mandewala in South Africa, John Poster has signed in the Robben Island Kotli for 27 years without any solid reason. See, after 27 years, when National Mandela has come out of the jail, immediately everybody has asked, what you are thinking about John Poster? He told, John Poster has done his work, now I will do my job. See, he has not criticized to John Poster. See, he was in it due to the John Poster, he was in a 27 years in the jail, even though he has not criticized the John Poster. See, this is the thoughts of the person. Now here I have explained a T for things for others. Now I am going to the M for the meditation. Now in meditation it means, okay, say whenever, if you are doing any job, with the fully concentration and without any other thoughts, that is also a meditation. And whenever you get the job, you worship the God, you do the mantra jap, and you will get the positive energy, that is also the meditation. Now I am starting the meditation. First I will take chapter 12, verse 2. See, Bhagavan Vacho, Maya Vaishya Manoe Ma Nitya Yuka Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetaste Me Yuka Tamamata. Lord Krishna said, the devotee with their mind fixed on me, who worship me constantly with full devotion, I consider them as the best of yogi. Who is worship me constantly with full devotion and he is doing his job, that considered as the best of yogi. See, I will give an example. Okay, when the Ram was going to the Sri Lanka, at that time, he has to make that bridge. So he was worried, okay, how I will make the bridge. But in morning, Ram was doing the pratna with Shankar Bhagavan. So he was talking to the Shankar Bhagavan. So he has talked to the Shankar Bhagavan that I have to make the bridge. Now how I will make the bridge? At that time, Shankar Bhagavan told to the Ram that one of the person in your team is knowing this knowledge of how to make the bridge. Ram was surprised. See, I don't know that in my team a person is knowing. In second day, he called all the person and he has told who know to make the bridge. One of the one told, yes, I know. Then Ram told, why you have not informed me? Then he say, I have given the knowledge with the condition that if anybody require your help, then you help. Otherwise, you don't tell. Okay, I am having this knowledge. See, it means okay, the moral of this story is that okay, see, you have to pray to the God. And while praying to the God, you make the very good relation with the God. It will create the positive. And you can talk to God also. God will definitely give you a solution. Now, what is the effect of the mantra, that I will tell you. In University of Philadelphia, that is your research of the God department is there. They have taken a trial on 4,000 people for the mantra. Then they have observed that 4 to 10 years people, they have observed 10 to 12% increase in memory power, 12 to 20 year person, the increase in the self-confidence, 22 to 45 years, increase in stability of business, 50 to 75 years, increase in the willpower. This is the effect of the mantra. See, mantra is creating the positive energy. That positive energy is definitely help you in your thoughts as well as in your health. Now, I am going to the chapter 6, verse 26. Yato yato nischarati mana sanjayama stiram tatah tato niyameta datmaneva vasham nayet. Drawing back and restless and unsteady mind from all those objects after which it runs, one should repeatedly fix it on self alone. Say, he says, okay, it is possible to control anger and thoughts. Say, sometime the person say, see, it is not difficult, it is not possible to control the anger and the thoughts, because say, this is my nature. See, anger and thoughts is coming according to your nature, that is a different thing, but it can be controlled. Say, if anybody is giving us very high salary, and say, you stand here, and if any customer came, you have to talk with them very politely, you have not to become anger, then definitely that work will be done by us. It means it is possible to control anger and thought, but it is on our hand. If we think, then we can do this. Now I am going to the chapter 8, verse 7. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mamano smarayudhya cha mayyah pita mano buddhi mame vaishyash sansaya. Therefore, think of me at all times and fight also. With your mind and intellect fixed on me, you will surely attain me only. So, it means you have to worship the God, remember the God, and do your work. Both the things that you have to do. I will give the example of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. He was keeping the Jap Mala bag with him. Say, whenever he got the time, he was worshipping to God, he was doing the mantra. He has built the Akshardham Delhi within a very short time and with a good quality. Say, nobody was agreed. Okay, within this time, it's possible to build this type of Akshardham. But even though he can do that job, because he was doing the job, whenever he got the time, he was doing the job. So that is creating the positive energy, and that will definitely affect it. Now I am going to the chapter 8, verse 5. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva phalevaram ya prayati samadravam yati nastatra sanshaya. Even at the time of death, the one who leaves the body remembering me alone attains me, there is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it if you are worshipping the God at the last time. But it is difficult to remember the last time, because see, the God has made our body in such a way that if you take the knowledge, from the knowledge that will come in your thoughts, it will affect on the thoughts. Thoughts will do the karma, and after doing the karma, it will change your habit, and after changing the habit, automatically the karma will be done according to the habit. So, in the last time, if you want to worship the God and if you want to do the mantra at the last time, then it is not possible. You have to do from the beginning, you have to make the practice. After making the practice, it will become habit, and then only automatically that mantra and the worship of the God will be done at the last time. Now, I have completed here with the M, it is meditation. Now, I am going with the A for attitude. Now, this attitude, which type of the attitude we have to keep, that we will see in these chapters. Now, first I am going to the chapter 6, verse 7. Jitatmana prasantasya paramatma samahita shitoshna sukhadukheshu tatha manapamanayo. The one who has won over his mind and whose peace remain equally unaffected by the pairs of opposites such as heat and cold, pleasure and pain, honor and dishonor, such self-control, sage is rooted in the Supreme Self. Say, when the person is doing any job, the certain things are that the man cannot do and God can do. I will give one example so it will be clear which things we cannot do. Say, at the time of the Swayamvar ceremony, Arjuna was there. At the time, Krishna has informed to Arjuna, because Arjuna has taken a part in an archery competition. Then Krishna has convinced to the Arjuna that you have to shoot the arrow on the target. How to shoot the arrow on the target? He was explained to Arjuna. Which factors you have to take care. Then Arjuna feels, See, all these things I have to do, then what the Krishna will do? So he asked to the Krishna, just for my knowledge, just for my understanding, okay, see, you told me you do all these things. See, if I do all these, then what you will do? Krishna told, okay, I will do that thing which you cannot do, that is a steady of the water. I will keep the water in the steady condition. That is not in our control. So in a such way, there are so many things, but we have to fully concentration on work. Definitely, God will help in our work. Now I am going to the chapter 6, verse 9. Suhanmitra yudasina madhyasha desha bandhushu sadhu swapicha papesu sama buddhi vishishyate. The one who looks with an equal eye upon the well-wisher and the neutral, the friends and the enemy, the middleman, the relative and hypocrites, the good as well as the wrongdoers, he stands supreme. Say, difficult thing they say, okay, you have to keep the mind in the same stage as friend and enemy. Say, that thing is difficult, but I will give an example so it will be clear how we can control the friends and the enemy. Say, at the time of the ceremony of coronation ceremony of Ram, in the Ayodhya, Kaikai has asked the three Vardhan. He told Ram should be stay out of the kingdom for 14 years. Ram was to stay in the kingdom for the 14 years. At that time, the Ram was not a disturb. Ram has not criticized Kaikai. He has not asked the same single question to the Kaikai. So, this is the things that we should not criticize anybody. And the same thing is happened in the kidnapping at the time of the kidnapping of the Sita story. Say, Lakshman was taken a job of the security of the Sita, but after kidnapping of the Sita, Lakshman was become very unhappy. He told to Ram, due to myself this phenomenon has happened. Ram told, it is not your job. Since the situation is automatically coming, you have to do your job, we have to do our job. Say, so don't worry about it. Now let us do our job, and accordingly we have to start our work. So this indicates that our mind should be steady at the time of the friends and enemy. See, the difficult thing, at the enemy, when anybody say anything to me, us, we should not criticize to that. We should keep our mind with a very peaceful mind. Now I am going to the chapter 16, verse 21. Trividam narakasvedam dvaram nashanam kamah krodha satha lobhasta smade tatram tam tajit. Lust, anger and greed. These are the three types of doors to hell that lead to self-destruction. Therefore, one should abandon these three. The three things, lust, anger and greed, that we have to retain. Because that we have seen, that creates very bad effect. We have seen also in Mahabharata. Draupadi told to the Duryodhana, Anta ka putra anta. So that is creating a Mahabharata. In the same way, Sita told to the Lakshman, Sita became very angry when the Lakshman was doing the security job of Sita. Sita became angry and told to the Lakshman that you should go to the Ram. Why you are standing here? He told him very in angry condition. Due to that anger condition, the Lakshman has gone to the Ram. So Sita Haran has happened. So we know what anger is creating an effect. So the three things very important that we have to know. Now I am going to the chapter 18, verse 6. Etanyapi tu karmani sangam tvakva phalani cha kartavyaniti me partha nishitam matamutamam. O Parth, performing the act of yagna, charity and austerity, along with other action, without getting attached to their fruits is one's duty. This is certainly my final opinion. So, yagna, charity and austerity, these three things everybody has to do. Say yagna, what do you mean by yagna? Yagna means we are having very negative quality of anger, greed, pride, jealousy. This type of all the negative things that we have to remove. That is known as a yagna. Charity means, say, if the God has given us a sufficient money, we should help to the needy people through the money. If we are having the knowledge, we should give the knowledge to the person who requires that knowledge. So that is known as a charity. And the austerity means we should do the very hard work and do the creative work. Say, hard work means if you are a student, you should concentration in your study, do the very hard work. In the same way, if you are doing the job, it is you should become a royalty owner and should do very hard work. If you are doing the business, you should always try to develop the business, do the very hard work. That is known as austerity. Now, I am going to the chapter 6, verse 1. Anashitah karma phalam karya karma karoti ya sasanyasi cha yogi cha na niragnina chakriya. Lord Krishna said, he who performs all his duties without accepting the fruits of his action is a sannyasi and a yogi both. The one who has merely abandoned the scared fire and the one who has given up performing the action is neither a sannyasi nor a yogi. Say, I will give an example, so this point will be clear. Say in Mahabharata, at the time of Draupadi Chira, Bhishma Pitama, Krupacharya, Dronacharya, and all the people were sitting. But senior in the Bhishma Pitama was very senior. If Bhishma Pitama told anything, the Duryodhana will definitely do the job. Say, Bhishma Pitama has not said single word to the Duryodhana. He can stop that activity of Duryodhana for the Chirana. But even though he has not speak a single word, Bhishma Pitama. So so that we see what happened. So this thing is very important. When you are having the knowledge, you are having the authority, at the time it is your duty to speak and you have to stop that activity. In the same way also, say Vibhishan was a brother of the Ravana. He has tried to convince to the Ravana, but he could not convince. Then he has lived to the Vibhishan has lived to the Ravana and stayed out of Lanka. Same way, Vidur was also brother of the Dhritarashtra. Vidur was a brother of Dhritarashtra. Vidur has convinced to the Dhritarashtra to avoid the war, but Dhritarashtra was not agreed. So Vidur has left it and he has stayed in the cottage at the last time. The Krishna, when the Duryodhana invited the Krishna for dinner, for Chappan Bhog dinner, at that time Krishna has not taken a dinner in Duryodhana and he has gone to the cottage of Vidur. So whenever you any dog, you have to understand that if you are having the knowledge, we have to utilize the thing. It is our duty. Now, I am going to the chapter 2, verse 47. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phalhetu moma tejasto tattva karmani. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your action. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results of activity and never be attached to not doing your duty. You say, whenever you are doing any job, see the result, fruits you will get, but you should not accept the fruit because the results of the fruits of the action is not in your control. There are so many factors which are occur. The past karma is also getting the part. So it is our duty to do the karma, the fruits of the action that we should not, but automatically that will come, but that should not be in your mind. So that fruit of action should not be disturbed to your mind. Now, I am going to the chapter 4, verse 20. Tvaktva karma phala sangam nitya trupto nirashraya karmanye me proto bhi neva kinchit karoti sa. A person having surrounded his attachment to the fruits of action and being ever contained and independent of everything in the world, he is not bound by action even after being fully engaged in it. Say, this is very important. When you are doing any activity, the attachment should not be there. So, what is the attachment? That I will give you an example. Say, when the Krishna was in Mathura, Durvasa Muni was regularly coming to the Mathura, so the space for his ashram was given behind the river. And from Gopi, from Mathura, they were giving the food to the Durvasa. So one day, when the Gopi was going to give the food to the Durvasa, at that time there was a very vibration in the river. So the Gopi thought that the Krishna was a god, so let us talk to the Krishna. So they have gone to the Krishna and told that we have a problem, we want to give the food to the Durvasa, but there is a vibration in the river, you can stop. At that time Krishna told, okay, you just pray to river that if the Krishna is a Bal Brahmachari child celebrate, then the river should become a cow. Gopi was surprised. Okay, how it is possible? This Krishna is playing with us, and how he say he is a Bal Brahmachari child celebrate. But even though they have prayed to the river and the river becomes still, they have gone to the Durvasa, and after that when they are coming back, again there is a vibration of the river. So at that time it was not possible to go to the Krishna, so they have gone to Durvasa and told to Durvasa, okay, this is the problem. Durvasa told to you pray to the river that if Durvasa is not taking any food, then the river should become a calm. Gopi was very surprised. If we are giving so much food to the Durvasa and he say okay, he has not taken any food, how it is possible? But even though they pray to the river and the river become calm. The moral of the story is that this is known as a attachment. When anybody is doing any job, there is no attachment. So that gives a completely different results. Now I am going to the chapter 6, verse 35. Ashanshaya mahabhavo manoduni graham chalam abhyasene tu kaunteya vairagene cha gruvate. Lord Krishna said, O Mahabhava, no doubt the mind is restless and difficult to control, but O Kaunteya, it can be controlled with practice and dissipation. You say, it is difficult to control our mind. We have thought, okay, but this mind can be controlled with practice and dissipation. What is the practice? I will see one example. Okay, when we are driving the car, first we are learning this how to drive the car. That we are getting the knowledge. Okay, how we have to draw the car. After that, we are doing the practice. Say after doing the practice, it become habit. And what happened? When after doing the practice and after becoming the habit, whenever we are going, if any object is coming on the front of the car, automatically car will stop. Even though our mind is in some other thoughts, if we are hearing the music, we are talking with our friends, whatever may be your reaction, but automatically your leg will control on the brake and automatically car will stop. This indicate that say it can be controlled by, this is a practice, it can be controlled by practice. So anything can be done, but one thing is that where you take the knowledge, it creates your thoughts, and whenever the thoughts is created, that thought, karma means practice. After doing the practice, it will become the habit, and after that it will become the automatic. So you see, this practice is most necessary, and we have to do if we are doing the practice, definitely that will be converted into the habit. Now I am going to the chapter 18, verse 63. Iti te gnanamakhyatam guyadudataram maya vimusheshena sheshena yathachashi tatha kuru. In this way, I have explained to you the most confidential knowledge, and now you contemplate on it fully and then do as you like. What say? Say, God cannot change our mind. He can give the knowledge. Krishna has given the knowledge to the Arjuna and tell, okay, now I cannot do anything, now you have to do. Now, see, knowledge is given to you, but it is up to you what to do. In the same way, all this knowledge that we have discussed, but again, see, after talking all these four parts, now the knowledge is given to you. Now you have to think about it, and now you have to do the things. Doing the job is in your hand. So now here we are completing the A for attitude. So now I explain the four parts. Remember the four parts. First part is a Atma. Remember the words of Atma. A for acceptance. Any situation in our life that we have to accept. The person who they are, that you have to accept. That is for the acceptance. T for things for others. Okay, whenever you are doing any job, you also doing you have to also think when you are doing any job, what will be the effect on others. That is known as a T for things for others. M for meditation. Say we have to fully concentration of our work. We should not. We have to avoid other thoughts while we doing any job, and we have to do the mantra. That will be the positive energy. That is also meditation. A for attitude. We have seen the different type of example for the attitude. We have seen yagna, charity, and austerity. That is very important. So I think all the four parts you daily you just study the things and try to implement it. Now I hope that you will definitely implement this and your life will become enjoyable and happiness. Namaste.